All right. Did we make it? Are we live everywhere? Why can't I see anything on Instagram? There we are. All right, folks. It took us a minute, but we made it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live with Heather Vickery. I am Heather Vickery. This is my weekly live show, although it's summer and I'm doing some traveling and taking some time off. So we're kind of like live every other week over the summer, but usually I'm here every single Thursday at 12 p.m. Central. And I see some of our regular friends are here. How's the connection, you guys, over on Instagram? It looks kind of icky and fuzzy to me. How is it for you guys? Do you like my crown? A couple of weeks ago, I decided that I needed to just lean all the way in to my queen energy. So I bought a tiara and I'm kind of digging it. Usually it sits right here on my bookshelf. Um, but I felt like wearing it today. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? Um, we just, sometimes we just need to find ways to step in to our higher power energy. I almost think of it like Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, right? So the queen version of me, I'm like, I get to set all the rules for myself. I get to decide when and what I prioritize and how I bring more joy into my life and what I consider a mistake or a learning opportunity. It's reframing, it's looking at things from a new, unique perspective. And sometimes we need a visual representation of the fact that we have complete and utter control over ourselves in order to do that. And so this is my physical representation, my little crown. So do you guys do anything like that? Pop in the comments and let me know. Is there any activity that helps you sort of embody your strength, your confidence, your power? I think a little bit of Rebecca from Ted Lasso. Anybody know she would like get into her big like lioness energy to bring in her confidence? Like, do you do anything fun like that? Let me know. I tend to be more of a quiet, introspective to step into my energy kind of person. Some hypnosis or guided subliminals, a quick meditation, EFT tapping, something like that. And then, of course, my little crown. But I would love to hear what you all are doing. Or if you need some more ideas, send me a DM in any format in any social media platform that you're on. And let's talk about some ways for you to step into your power, to trust yourself. Because remember, we can't change or control anyone but ourselves. We know that, right? You think you can. You're feeling anger or frustration or bitterness because things aren't going the way you want them to, or people aren't behaving the way you want them to. And the reminder is that you can't control or change anyone else. So we want you to take radical responsibility for yourself. And in so doing, the only thing you can control and change is your thoughts, your actions, your behavior, the things you choose to believe, where you put your time, where you put your energy. You are the only one that can control yourself. And I love to see all of the different ways that you can do that. And there are big ways, but there are so many little ways. Showing up to this live show is a way to take responsibility for yourself so that you can maybe get a little tip or insight or inspiration or motivation to discover the next new phase of you, or to be more kind to yourself or bring more joy into your life. Maybe you're going to pull a Create Brave card. We're going to do that before we leave today. You're taking some time off. Maybe it is allowing yourself to read or take a bath. So I do have a little one home. So it's summer break. She's got her YouTube going. So sorry if you guys could hear that in the background. Real life, kids. It's real life. There are some very cool ways that I can support you on that journey before we get to today's topic. And I love today's topic. Today's topic is making your flaws work for you. And we are going to definitely dig in on that. But before we do that, just a reminder for folks who might be new that my name is Heather Vickery, and I am here to help you embody joy and pleasure by building a foundation of worthiness, love, success from the inside out, because you can only control yourself. And what other people are doing doesn't need to inform you. And when you show up out into the world as your most aligned, inspired, joy filled, happy self, you show up differently. and your ability to connect with people, to inspire them, to motivate them, to engage with them and light them up absolutely shifts. Remember that you get to define success for yourself, bravery for yourself, happiness for yourself. You are the only one that gets to define all of those things. My job isn't to tell you what they should be or how to find them. My job is to help you discover the answers within yourself. Lots of different tools and resources, and I am always here and excited about that journey. So we have some quick, easy, low hanging fruit ways for you to do that. You could grab a copy of my book, Fuck Fearless. For those of you who can see behind me, it's right there. That is how I break down the Brave Method. The Brave Method is your own creative, strategic approach to problem solving, dreaming, designing, building, and actually having a life that you're madly fucking in love with. That's a super easy thing to do, but a fun way to get into this work for yourself and to show up for yourself and to just carve out a little bit of time is by joining the Spark Collective. And my Spark Collective is housed in the Telegram app, and it is designed for you to prioritize your joy, pleasure, and well being, building that foundation of worthiness from the inside out, self love, self trust, self confidence in 15 minutes or less, just a couple of times a week. It is only $18 a month, and the value is like 100 times that, maybe 1,000 times that. The people who show up into the space are absolutely shifted and changed. We do weekly inspirational journal prompts that are pulled from human design transits. So these are wonderful, easy, actionable ways for you to reflect, to get to know yourself, to reframe, to shift your mindset, to shift your energy. And then once a month, I drop really beautiful, intuitive content drops that, again, are all designed to be consumed in short form, 15 minutes or less. So we have guided hypnosis, EFT tapping, visualization, quick win mini courses, all sorts of amazing things. When you join the Spark Collective for only $18 a month, you get access to my entire back catalog of content. There are so many ways that you can show up for yourself and start shifting your life into one that is aligned and filled with joy and pleasure right now. That is my favorite thing for all of you to do. Two more quick things, then we're going to start talking about making your flaws work for you. One is that starting right now, you can get in on the action for a mind shift Mind Shift Mastery program with me. It is a 6-call session that combines understanding your human design not self. So, all of the conditioning of society and how we can rewire that with subconscious reprogramming through NLP. This is an incredible 6-call package. We will dig in. You will get to know yourself. You are self-guided on this. I mean, I'm with you. The calls are interactive, but you get to decide what it is that you want to work on, what your own limiting beliefs are, what your subconscious mind believes is true that's keeping you from having all of the dreams and the desires that you want, from having a joy-filled, purposeful life that's yours, that you can claim. The Mind Shift Mastery sessions are now live on my website. So go over to vickeryandco.com or look in the links in all my bios and head over there, grab your 6-session program right now, because I'm only offering a limited number of them at a time, just because of time and availability. And then last but not least, we have something really exciting coming, specifically for spiritual entrepreneurs or conscious leaders. We are talking about a year of deep diving into how to build and embody a foundation of joy and pleasure in your life so that you can be more aligned and happy and joyful all across the board. Stay tuned. Details are coming soon. Keep your eye out on all of my social media platforms. Make sure you're signed up for my newsletters, because you're going to have great, easy access to some pretty fucking cool stuff, and you are not going to want to miss it. So I don't want you to miss it. Make sure you're signed up. Okay. All right. So I'm in my queen energy, right? I have my crown on. I am here with you, connected to you, and excited to be celebrating the fact that we can control our narrative even when life feels like a shit show, even when we are tired and worn out. And I am all of those things. And I know that you are also, and still, because many things can be true at once. And still, I can find things to be joyful about. I can find things to be grateful for. One of the things that I have learned, and I'd like to help you learn to reframe and to shift, are the things that you consider your faults or your flaws. So, part of the BRAVE method, which is what I break down in my book, Fuck Fearless, well, you can kind of see it over here too, is the three R's: reassessment, reframing, and resilience. All right. The three R's are so powerful. Looking at what you think is true and deciding that maybe it is a truth, but not the only truth. What else could be true? What else is possible? And so the example that I like to use is that I have always identified as a procrastinator. And I don't know how many of you identify as a procrastinator, putting things off to the last minute. And it used to just torture me. It absolutely terrified me and tortured me. I would wait until the last minute. I would feel bad about it. I would think I'm not supposed to do that. So I would schedule time to work on things way in advance, and I would always push them off. And eventually I became aware of the fact that it was causing me so much more anxiety and stress to try to fight the fact that I do my best work at the last minute. And I have to give credit where credit is due. My very first guide and mentor and coach, Aaron, who I love and am so very grateful for, asked me years ago, at this point, almost 10 years ago, what is possible if instead of saying, "Oh, I'm a procrastinator and that makes me bad," you said, "I do my best work at the last minute," and you planned accordingly. I could do what? I can plan accordingly? Okay, so when I hear what is possible, then my choice is to say, "Okay, well, what is possible? Let's try things. Let's explore. Let's play around." And what I ended up learning to do was to schedule things closer to their due date because I knew I would get them done when I needed to get them done. I always get the job done. I never leave things undone. I always follow through, but I don't always do it early. And I don't want to do it early. Maybe because the ideas are ruminating inside of me. Maybe because I'm going to learn something new. My 1-3 profile in human design is going to bring some new idea or knowledge that I'm going to want to implement into whatever the thing is. And so now when I'm doing my scheduling, I put things right before they're due, giving myself plenty of time to do them well, spot check and double check and proofread and all that stuff. And then I don't allow myself to feel guilt or shame that I haven't done it earlier because that's when I planned for it. You all can plan for joy if you want to. If you have your upper left arrow on your human design chart is facing to the left, you are a planner, my friend. You like to know exactly when things are going to happen and where. You can put a nap, hypnosis, EFT tapping, meditation, going for a walk, taking time to read, taking a bath, playing with the kids, whatever. You can put that in your schedule. And then all of a sudden, woo, you've given yourself permission to do the thing that is joyful. You could do that. Or maybe you could do something like what I did with folks in the Spark Collective a couple months ago. You could create a joy experiment jar, put all sorts of fun, random things, activities into a jar and pull one out whenever you're in the mood every day and go, "Oh, okay. So today I am going to walk around the house like a chicken for 30 seconds and laugh until my stomach hurts and just bring in a little joy. Just feel a little joy," right? You get to bring it in however you want. That's just one of the fun things you have access to if you decide to join the Spark Collective. So many different, there's, I think 30 different joy experiment ideas. And if you want to add your own, and you certainly can do that. Whatever you think your faults are, you're a perfectionist. You're a procrastinator. You're not confident enough. You're a pushover. You're a people pleaser. Like, I don't know. You could drop in the comments. What do you think your faults are? What do you think your flaws are? You could drop them in the comments if you want, or just think about them on your own. And I invite you to flip them on their lids. Say, okay, maybe that's true, but how can they work for me? Maybe you're a people pleaser. And if so, come and hang out with me because we need to set some boundaries. It's okay to want to do nice things for other people. It's okay to want to help people and support people. What is not okay is sacrificing yourself in that process. What is not okay is never taking time for yourself or even assuming. A lot of times with people pleasing, we assume what other people need or what other people think. And in that assumption, we take away their autonomy, right? It's so much better to be curious and not judgmental. It's so much better to ask questions and get information and get people's buy-in. When we do that, we prioritize ourselves and we allow other people to ask for what they want and what they need and to speak their own truth. Yes. Brian says guilty, people, pleaser, and giver. Yes. Which is okay inherently. It just means that you want to support other people. What you want to make sure you're not doing though is hiding from yourself in that process or making sure that people love you enough or want you enough because you're giving, giving, giving. We put unrealistic expectations on the people we care about when our desire for being a people pleaser and an overgiver is because we want something back from them. So setting boundaries, reframing that. How can you use these things to your advantage? How can you um, lean into all of these things? Maybe you're not a procrastinator, you do your best work at the last minute. Maybe you're not a perfectionist, but you like things to be just so, but we need to learn to explore and expand. Is it ever really done? Is it ever really perfect? Would it be okay to start now, even if it's not perfect, and change it later when you have more information? We call that in NLP the ready, fire, aim approach instead of the ready, aim, fire, right? I'm ready. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to fire. I'm going to see where it lands. And then I'm going to recalibrate and aim and fire again. Don't hold back because you think you need to have it all right. Don't hold back because you don't think you know enough or because it's not all aligned or because it's not exactly perfect. Put it out there and change it and shift it later. You have that power, you have that authority. Don't hold yourself back because of your perceived faults and flaws. Trust yourself to try, to put it out there, to experience, to expand, to roll around in possibility, and to find ways to do it that feel good to you and aligned and good to the people that you care about, that help you expand in a joyful, confident way. Not all expansion is good. This is something that we don't talk about enough. How many times do you hear about companies that expanded too rapidly and then they had to scale back and then a lot of people go or they lost a lot of money, right? Expansion is not always great, but aligned, joyful, healthy expansion is always great. So, how can you create a system for yourself, a community, accountability, and support for yourself in a way that allows you to know what will bring you joy and joyful expansion, that will allow you to trust yourself in that process and build that level of confidence and do all of this from the inside out without needing approvals from everyone else? Yes, it is Queen Heather. Hello. Somebody said, is it Queen Heather? It's totally Queen Heather. Yes, it is. And I'm here for it. I might not always wear my crown for the live show, but I felt like it today. I would love to hear what you think your flaws and faults are. And we can play with those and we can reinvent them and we can find a way for you to use those things to your advantage instead of just feeling like shit all the time. I am here to tell you that what the mind believes, the body follows to do. I'm not making that up. That's neuroscience. If you believe it in your mind. So, like, we could play a game. We could play a game right now. Do you guys want to play a game with me right now? We call this the book and balloon test in human or in NLP. So, I want you to put your hands like this: your right hand palm up, your left hand palm down. Can you guys see it? Okay, right hand palm up, left hand palm down. And I want you to imagine that in your left hand, on your left hand, tied to your left wrist, is a balloon that is just this big, beautiful, light, fluffy helium balloon. And on your right hand is the biggest, heaviest book that you have ever held in your hand. So I want you to just close your eyes and take a deep breath and picture with me that tied to your left wrist is that big, beautiful helium balloon. And in your right hand is the heaviest book you have ever imagined. Your left hand is tied to that big, beautiful helium balloon. And in your left hand, there's the heaviest book you can, in your right hand, your heaviest book you can ever imagine. Okay, do you notice what's happening with my own hands as I say that to my body? My left hand that has the balloon tied to it is getting higher, and the right hand that has the heavy book in it is getting lower. That is because my mind is telling my body that my left hand is light and my right hand is heavy. We use this um, in NLP for subconscious reprogramming for hypnosis because it shows that your body will follow your mind. Another example would be, hey, I want you to stop what you're doing right now and I want you to strip down naked and go stand in the corner on your head. Nobody did that, right? We didn't do that. That's because you're in control and you didn't believe me. Right? So you have all the power, you have all the control. Interesting fun fact, when you enter into any sort of coaching, mentor, guide container with me, whether it's through the Spark Collective, doing a Mind Shift Mastery program with me, one-on-one coaching, or the upcoming program that I have to share with you guys really soon, you get access to all of the things that I know, all of my skills and trades that I have spent over a decade fine tuning: human design, positive psychology, the Brave method, NLP, subconscious reprogramming, EFT tapping. We do time techniques. We do the swish therapy. Um, we can change limiting beliefs. We can shift things that you like into things you don't like. We can do all sorts of really cool stuff because the mind is a powerful tool. And remember, I'm not here to tell you what to do or how to do it. I'm here to help you discover the answers for yourself and create change that is sustainable and aligned for your own joy-filled, pleasurable life. The other thing that I want to talk about really quickly before I pull a Create Brave card and send you all on your beautiful way today is that we still have some spots open for our Costa Rica retreat. This is in January of 2026. It is a Journey to Self retreat, 6 days, all inclusive in the rainforest. We have the ocean and a beach and the rainforest. The accommodations are spectacular. The food is spectacular. We are pulling out all the stops. We'll be doing cacao ceremony and breath work, lots of time to rest and rejuvenate and be with yourself. We'll do we're going to do some conscious introspective work. We're going to do forest bathing and blue clay experiences under waterfalls and just so many incredible things. It's all about you creating time for yourself, prioritizing time for yourself. When was the last time that you took a week to center yourself, to love on yourself, to be aware of yourself, to explore yourself, your truth, your heart, your joy, and to have joy for the sake of joy? I'm guessing a lot of you have never done that. If you want to do that, there is still space available for our Costa Rica retreat, but we can only have 30 people. And once we have 30 people, we got to close the doors. So I want you to grab one of those spots right now. Go to my website, vickeryandco.com. Underneath events, find retreats. Go, go, go. And depending on what platform you're on, you can probably find a direct link to the Costa Rica retreat. And Instagram, I know you can find a direct link. Go and check out the sales page. Ask me whatever questions you have. This experience is going to be so incredible and life-changing. And I cannot wait to facilitate this experience with you, to be on this journey with you, to expand and explore in such joyful ways with you. All right, folks. So I co-created this deck of manifestation cards called the Create Brave cards with my friend Rachel Swanson. She is amazing. And remember that manifestation isn't just deciding that you want something and then it magically appears. Manifestation is declaring something and shifting the way you show up in the world. And the Create Brave cards are manifestation cards. So think oracle cards, affirmation cards. They are just here to help you think of something that was out of the box, to think of whatever word shows up. Be honest with yourself, call yourself on your bullshit a little bit. I always shuffle cards until the one that's for me shows up. And I'm always amazed how whatever the card is for the live show is always just like the right one. Oh, here it is, because it won't let me put it back in. Okay. Experience. How perfect is that? Experience. My senses are alive and I am present in the moment. Experience. I love this. I love this. Experience. Maybe we're talking about the retreat, Costa Rica retreat. Maybe we're talking about the new program that I am about to release for 10 incredible spiritual entrepreneurs and conscious leaders. I cannot wait to tell you guys about that. Maybe we're talking about the Spark Collective. Maybe we're talking about just in this moment, right now, in this day, experience. My senses are alive and I am present in each moment. Think about what this card means for you and how you can let this idea of experience inform you throughout the rest of your day and light you up and help you get creative. I am so grateful that I get to share space with all of you. I will not be here next week because I will be in Germany with my daughter. And a week from today, we will be seeing Taylor Swift. Talk about manifesting the things that you want in life. It is amazing. I pulled out all the stops and manifested the hell out of taking her for her high school graduation and 18th birthday, going to Germany to see Taylor Swift. It's going to be an incredible experience. And I will see you all later. I'm sure I will be posting lots of things on Instagram stories. So if you want to follow along on the journey, make sure you're following me on IG stories. And yeah, so I love you. I adore you. I'm your biggest fan. I'd love to hear how you're celebrating, what you're doing, how you're winning, all that good stuff. Send me a DM, send me a message. Let's connect. It is my pleasure and my honor to be part of your joyful journey. So, from Queen Heather to you, may I remind you today and every day to go out and choose yourself bravely. All right? I'll talk to y'all soon. Take care, my friends. Bye.